Not all engines are built to go the distance. Some barely make it past 35,000 miles before breaking down completely. Today, we're exposing the 23rd worst car engines that turn dream cars into money pits. If you value long-term reliability, this is one list you can't afford to ignore. Let's get into it. Number 1. BMW N63 V8, 2008 to 2012. The BMW N63 V8 is a powerhouse, delivering 480 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. Found in models like the BMW 550i, X5, X6, 750i, and 650i, this engine is all about speed and performance. But reliability? That's a different story. Early versions were plagued with catastrophic issues. Excessive oil consumption, turbo failures, and leaking valve stem seals were just the beginning. Over time, owners started reporting coolant leaks, severe carbon buildup, timing chain wear, and faulty fuel injectors, all of which led to massive repair bills. Speaking of costs, it's not uncommon for annual maintenance and repairs to set owners back between $5,000 and $10,000 as the car ages. One of the biggest culprits? The turbocharger placement. Sitting inside the engine's V, it generates intense heat, rapidly degrading oil and drying out gaskets, leading to even more failures. If you're looking for power and speed, the N63 delivers. But if reliability is your priority, you might want to look elsewhere. Number 2. Isuzu 3.0-liter V6 D-Max. Next up is the Isuzu 3.0-liter V6, an engine that should have been built for endurance but instead became a nightmare for many owners. Commonly found in various Renault models, this engine is a financial disaster waiting to happen. The electrical system is one of its biggest weaknesses. Low-quality wiring leads to constant electrical failures, leaving owners frustrated and stranded. The Denso fuel injectors are another Achilles heel. Unreliable, prone to failure, and incredibly expensive to replace. Then there's the cooling system, which has a bad habit of clogging up. When that happens, the engine overheats, leading to major damage. Radiator replacements and system flushes alone can cost between $1,000 and $2,000. And that's just to prevent complete engine failure. While this engine performed decently in Opel models, it struggled in Renault and Saab vehicles, often failing to reach 35,000 miles before suffering critical breakdowns. Number 3. Toyota 2.2 D4D, 2005 to 2015. At first glance, the Toyota 2.2 D4D seems like a promising diesel engine. With 177 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, Toyota aimed to offer a powerful yet efficient option for diesel enthusiasts. But in reality, this engine turned into a headache for many owners. One of its biggest flaws? Severe fumigation issues. This engine produces excessive smoke, quickly clogging the diesel particulate filter, DPF. A replacement isn't cheap. Owners can expect to pay anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 just to fix the DPF. Then there's the head gasket problem. Due to a flawed cylinder head design, removing the head often leaves deep seal marks, which means replacing the entire head. A repair that can cost between $2,000 and $4,000. Used in several Toyota models, including the diesel Lexus IS220. This engine has a reputation for failing before hitting 35,000 miles. With repair costs stacking up fast, it's clear why this engine is one to avoid for long-term ownership. Number 4. Subaru 2.0D, 2008 to 2020. Subaru took a risk when introducing its first diesel engines, and while the idea sounded great, the execution, not so much. Instead of following industry trends, Subaru stuck with its signature boxer engine layout, but this design led to serious reliability issues. One major flaw? It's too rev-hungry for a diesel. Unlike other diesel engines designed for low-end torque and efficiency, the Subaru 2.0D builds up excessive soot and wears down injectors fast. Owners frequently deal with clogged diesel particulate filters, leading to costly maintenance. Speaking of costs, replacing a single fuel injector can run anywhere from $300 to $1,100, while fixing soot-related issues like cleaning or replacing the DPF can set you back anywhere from $100 to a staggering $3,000. While the 2.0D had potential, its high maintenance demands and frequent failures made it an engine that simply doesn't hold up in the long run. Number 5. Cadillac Northstar 4.6 V8. The Cadillac Northstar 4.6 V8 may sound like a powerhouse from the 2000s, but it's infamous for catastrophic head gasket failures and a design that makes repairs a nightmare. One of its biggest weaknesses? The aluminum threads in the engine block. These threads strip easily under stress, leading to blown head gaskets, a costly disaster for any owner. If this happens, you're looking at a repair bill between $2,400 and $4,500, and in some cases, mechanics recommend replacing the entire engine, which can set you back $6,000 to $7,000. And it doesn't stop there. The transverse engine placement makes even simple repairs a frustrating ordeal. Jobs like replacing the starter or AC compressor that should be straightforward instead require hours of labor due to tight engine bay space. For many Cadillac owners, the Northstar engine became more of a financial burden than a luxury experience, cementing its reputation as one of the least reliable V8s ever made. Number 6. Mazda 1.3 Renesis, 2004 to 2012. The Mazda 1.3 Renesis, found in the RX-8, is a bold example of Mazda's rotary engine expertise, but in reality, this engine became a maintenance nightmare. While the Renesis rotary design promises fewer moving parts, less friction, and impressive power, the reality is far less exciting. This engine burns through fuel and oil at an alarming rate, making it feel more like a two-stroke engine from decades past. One of its most critical flaws? Apex seal wear. These seals play a vital role in the engine's performance, and when they start to degrade, you're looking at a $1,500 to $2,000 repair bill, or a massive drop in power. Even with proper maintenance, many RX-8 owners struggle to get their engines past 39,000 miles without a rebuild. Some dedicated rotary enthusiasts manage to push them further, but the cost of upkeep is staggering. While unique and full of character, the Renesis engine often causes more headaches than it's worth. Number 7. BMW N47 Diesel, 2007 to 2012. The BMW N47 diesel engine promises strong torque and smooth performance, but behind the impressive specs lies a time bomb waiting to go off. The biggest flaw? Timing chain failures. Unlike most engines where the timing chain is designed to last the vehicle's lifetime, the N47's chain wears out alarmingly fast. To make matters worse, BMW positioned it at the back of the engine, making repairs exceptionally complicated and expensive. When the chain fails, it often leads to complete engine failure, forcing owners to pay for a full rebuild, costing upwards of $5,000. BMW did attempt to fix this issue after 2013, but earlier models remain a huge risk for unsuspecting buyers. And the problems don't stop there. Oil leaks and gasket failures are common, with repair costs easily exceeding $1,100. And as any BMW owner knows, nothing about fixing these cars comes cheap. For those considering an older BMW diesel, the N47 is an engine you'll want to avoid at all costs. Number 8. Audi 2.5-liter V6 TDI, 1997 to 2005. The Audi 2.5-liter V6 TDI might seem like a solid diesel option, but it comes with a major design flaw that makes it a costly engine to maintain. Found in older Audi and Volkswagen models, this engine suffers from poorly designed cylinder heads, which cause camshaft wear at an alarming rate. One of the biggest contributors to this issue? Extended oil change intervals. Owners who follow the manufacturer's original maintenance schedule often put excessive strain on the engine, leading to premature failures. The only way to avoid major damage is to change the oil more frequently, but many owners don't realize this until it's too late. And the repair bills? Replacing a worn-out camshaft can cost between $2,000 and $3,000, with parts alone ranging from $45 to $800. Labor makes up the bulk of the cost, making this an engine that demands strict upkeep to avoid financial disaster. Number 9. Toyota 4 GRFS EV6. The Lexus IS 250's 4 GRFS EV6 proves that even Toyota isn't immune to bad engine designs. Known for the brand's usual rock-solid reputation, this engine shatters expectations with a laundry list of issues. First, there's the carbon buildup on the intake valves, which causes reduced power and sluggish throttle response. But that's just the beginning. The timing chain tensioner is weak, leading to loud clattering noises. The fuel injectors clog, causing rough idling, and premature oil consumption wears out the piston rings far too soon. But the biggest concern? Cracked cylinder heads. a defect that can lead to catastrophic engine failure. Fixing piston ring wear can cost between $1,500 and $2,500, while replacing a cracked cylinder head ranges from $1,200 to a staggering $4,800. Experts blame poor lubrication, weak manufacturing quality, and a high compression ratio, which generates excess heat that only makes things worse. For anyone expecting bulletproof Toyota reliability, this engine is a major disappointment. Number 10. Mini Prince Engine, N14 Engine. The Mini Cooper S might be fun to drive, but its N14 Prince engine is anything but reliable. Owners of 2007 to 2010 models frequently report timing chain tensioner failures, which cause the chain to stretch. When this happens, you'll hear a loud rattling noise at idle, and the engine will run rough, making for an incredibly unpleasant ride. But that's not the only issue. The turbocharger wastegate system is known to fail, causing erratic engine behavior and triggering warning lights on the dashboard. And let's not forget the gearbox problems, specifically a corroded selector shaft, which can seize up completely and leave the car stuck in gear. And the worst part? Mechanics don't just repair it. They replace the entire shifter assembly, costing $600 to $800. For a car designed to be zippy and stylish, the Mini's Prince engine is a ticking time bomb of expensive repairs. Number 11. Renault 2.2 DCI, 1999 to 2009. The Renault 2.2 DCI offers solid power and decent fuel economy, but when it comes to reliability, it's an absolute disaster. One of its biggest weaknesses is the fragile head gasket. It's prone to failure, leading to coolant leaks and overheating. And fixing it? Labor-intensive and expensive, with repair costs ranging from $600 to over $2,000. Then, there's the fuel injectors, which are highly sensitive to fuel quality. They fail far too often, and replacements don't come cheap. Renault's recommended oil change interval of 18,000 miles only makes things worse. Owners quickly realized that changing the oil every 9,000 miles was the only way to prevent early failure. By the time you reach 35,000 miles, you might be better off riding a bicycle because relying on this engine? Not a good idea. Number 12. BMW S65 V8. The BMW S65 V8, found in the E90 and E92 M3, is a performance masterpiece, but owning one comes at a steep price. This 4.0-liter naturally aspirated V8 revs up to an insane 8,250 RPM, making it a dream for enthusiasts. But here's the problem. While it's thrilling to drive, it's just as likely to drain your bank account. The biggest flaw? The rod bearings. BMW engineered the S65 with extremely tight tolerances, meaning the bearings wear out fast if you don't warm the oil properly or use the correct type. And replacing them? That's a $3,000+ job. And it doesn't stop there. The throttle body actuator is another major failure point. BMW fitted it with plastic gears, which break down over time, leading to expensive repairs and frustrating breakdowns. If you're in love with the raw performance of the S65, be prepared to pay a high price for the privilege. Number 13. Fiat 1.3 Multijet. First generation, 2003 to 2009. The Fiat 1.3 Multijet is small in size but huge in problems. It's one of those engines that looks great on paper, until reality hits. The most notorious issue? Excessive oil consumption. Fiat recommends oil changes every 30,000 miles. But owners quickly learned that issues start appearing well before 20,000 miles. And that's just the beginning. The timing chain is a known weak point, prone to breaking without warning. Coolant leaks into the cylinders are another frequent complaint, leading to expensive repairs. But here's the worst part. Cold weather makes everything worse. Moisture condenses inside the intake manifold when the engine is turned off, causing even more mechanical issues. With a track record like this, it's no surprise the 1.3 Multijet regularly finds itself on lists of the least reliable car engines ever made. Number 14. Skoda 1.2 HTP 2002 to 2007. If you come across a car with the Skoda 1.2 HTP engine, walk away. This motor is a mechanical disaster waiting to happen. The timing system is notoriously weak. Its hydraulic tensioner is so flimsy that the timing chain can jump a tooth, even when the car is parked on a slope. Yes, you heard that right. This engine can fail even when standing still, and it gets worse. This engine doesn't just burn through oil and fuel, it has a habit of damaging its own valves. Volkswagen attempted a major redesign, introducing stronger chains and tensioners in the Euro 5 version. But the issues didn't stop. The throttle butterfly valves and EGR valves frequently fail. And if you push this engine too hard, you're looking at burnt valves and expensive repairs. If you value your time and money, this is one engine you don't want under the hood. Number 15. Chevrolet 2.2-liter O inline-4. The Chevrolet 2.2-liter O engine, found in the Cavalier and Pontiac Sunfire, has earned its reputation as one of GM's biggest disappointments. Issues start early. Head gasket failures, oil leaks, and constant misfires are all common. Despite its long production run, the engine left countless owners frustrated due to its unreliable performance. And when it comes to power, don't expect much. Acceleration feels sluggish, and at high RPMs, the engine wheezes and struggles. Thinking about upgrading it? Think again. Modifications are difficult and expensive, and the fuel economy is surprisingly bad for such a small engine. With so many flaws stacking up, it's no surprise that major failures start appearing well before 39,000 miles. For those looking for a reliable engine, this one misses the mark completely. Number 16. Ford 1.5-liter and 2.0-liter EcoBoost. Used across various Ford models, the 1.5-liter and 2.0-liter EcoBoost engines have become infamous for reliability issues. Many Ford Bronco Sport owners describe the entire engine as a can of worms. Critical components have already failed on so many vehicles that Ford has been forced into multiple recalls. One of the most concerning problems? Oil leaks, and they're not just annoying. These leaks increase the risk of engine fires, posing a serious safety hazard. Other owners report their engines failing to start, even after having them replaced under warranty. Twice. The driving experience is another nightmare. The engine rattles constantly, especially when running on low-grade fuel. At lower speeds, it shudders and struggles to keep up, making city driving an absolute headache. Even when braking, RPMs spike to 3,000 before the vehicle finally comes to a stop. Ford dealerships may brush off these complaints, claiming they're just characteristics of the vehicle. But with so many recurring failures, it's clear that these are design flaws, not quirks, securing this engine's place among the least reliable of all time. Number 17. 5.3-liter Ecotec 3V8 2021 Chevy Suburban. At first glance, the 2021 Chevy Suburban seems like the perfect family SUV. Spacious, comfortable, and packed with features. But under the hood, things take a dark turn. The 5.3-liter Ecotec 3V8 has a major design flaw that has caused headaches for thousands of owners. The lifters. These crucial components are held in place by weak plastic keepers. And when they inevitably break, the lifters shift out of position, damaging the camshaft. And that's just the beginning. As the camshaft wears down, it releases tiny metal shavings into the engine. These particles clog the oil pump pickup screen, cutting off oil circulation and leading to catastrophic engine failure. The cost to fix this disaster? Over $4,000, and that's if the damage is caught early. Older GM engines like the legendary SB350 were built to last. But the 5.3-liter Ecotec 3V8 feels more like a rushed experiment. It's hard not to wonder if GM is more focused on selling cars than building engines that actually last. Number 18. 3.6-liter Pentastar V6. The 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 is widely used across Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. But in certain models, especially the 2018 Jeep Wrangler, it comes with some serious issues. One of the biggest failures? The Totally Integrated Power Module, TIPM. This electrical control unit acts as the brain of the vehicle, managing everything from fuel pumps and throttle response to headlights and power windows. But when it fails, which happens all too often, everything goes haywire. Owners report random electrical failures, engines that won't start, and even unresponsive radios. And the fix? A replacement and repair job that costs around $1,500. Another common problem? The throttle position sensor. When this component malfunctions, expect erratic throttle response and unpredictable acceleration, making everyday driving frustrating and unpredictable. And let's not forget Jeep Wrangler maintenance demands. Unlike standard vehicles, regular servicing of the transfer case and differentials is mandatory. Skip these and repair costs skyrocket. The Pentastar may be a workhorse, but it's also a money pit if not maintained religiously. Number 19. GM 2.4-liter Quad 4 engine. When GM introduced the 2.4-liter quad-4 engine, it was touted as a game-changer for models like the Pontiac Grand Am and Buick Skylark. But when it comes to long-term reliability, this engine falls flat. One of its biggest flaws is the oil change monitoring system. Designed to track oil life and notify owners when a change is needed, the system is wildly inaccurate. Many drivers who rely on the monitor end up waiting too long, causing internal engine damage before they even realize there's a problem. The only way to avoid trouble? Ignore the monitor and change the oil at around 30% life remaining. But even with perfect maintenance, the Quad 4 struggles to inspire confidence. Lacking the power and durability of larger engines, it never quite delivers on performance, making owners question whether it can really go the distance. Number 20. Alfa Romeo 2.0 Twin-Spark 16V, 1995 to 2010. The Alfa Romeo 2.0 Twin-Spark 16V is a true enthusiast's engine, iconic, charismatic, and full of personality. But let's be real, it's also fragile and unforgiving. This engine demands perfect maintenance. High-quality oil and frequent changes aren't suggestions, they're absolute requirements. Skimp on upkeep, and you're setting yourself up for disaster. Cold starts? Another weak spot. The Twin-Spark needs a gentle warm-up. Push it too hard too soon, and you'll be looking at a costly breakdown. For Alfa lovers, the Twin-Spark offers a unique driving experience, but owning one is a test of patience and dedication. If you're not willing to baby this engine, don't expect it to survive past 39,000 miles without major problems. Number 21. VW 1.2 TSI. The VW 1.2 TSI engine, found in various Volkswagen Group models, looks great on paper until you dig a little deeper. One of its biggest weaknesses? The timing chain system. Volkswagen promotes this engine as a long-lasting workhorse, but for many owners, that couldn't be further from the truth. Timing chain tensioner failures can strike as early as 20,000 miles, and the chain itself is prone to stretching soon after. When that happens, serious engine damage follows, and repair costs spiral out of control. If you're considering a VW with this engine, think twice. Volkswagen offers plenty of better, more reliable options. Number 22. Nissan 1.5-liter and 1.8-liter QG, 1999 to 2006. Nissan has built a reputation for durable, long-lasting engines, but the 1.5-liter and 1.8-liter QG engines are major exceptions. The biggest flaw? Excessive oil consumption. These engines burn through oil at an alarming rate, more than 1 liter per 1,000 kilometers, sometimes even 1.5 liters. With an oil sump that holds less than 3 liters, it doesn't take long before major engine failure strikes. The root cause? Wear-prone piston rings that allow oil to slip past the cylinders, burning it away too quickly. While Nissan did cover some replacements under warranty, repairs outside of that are expensive and often not worth the trouble. For long-term ownership, this engine is a serious letdown. Number 23. Saab 2.0 and 2.3 Turbo, 1990 to 2010. The Saab 2.0 and 2.3 Turbo engines were designed for speed and excitement, but in reality, they spend more time in the shop than on the road. One of their biggest flaws? Heat management. The front of the engine block overheats, and the poorly insulated turbocharger only makes things worse. Over time, all that excess heat pushes the crankshaft bearings out of place, leading to devastating engine damage. And that's not all. Oil sludge buildup is a constant problem. These engines require strict, frequent oil changes, and skipping even one can lead to catastrophic failure. Yes, they deliver a thrilling drive, but the maintenance headaches are relentless. Many Saab owners never even reach 39,000 miles before facing major repairs. Reliability can make or break a car, and these engines are proof of that. From fragile components to costly failures, they are nothing short of nightmares. If you're in the market for a used car, do yourself a favor. Steer clear of these ticking time bombs, or you might find yourself stranded long before 39,000 miles. And there you have it, 23 engines you should definitely avoid if you want a car that lasts. What do you think? Have you had any experiences with these engines? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It really helps us out. And if you love car content like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.